when you go and protest, it's not a protest, it's a promote.
Because you're going to get very disturbed.
Cannibalism is generally considered an illegal practice in most civilized countries, unfortunately. I don't know how he's going to feel about the second time.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Welcome back to the Bliss podcast. Now, revised with lights, 3 cameras, another light, and it's coming back strongly. We're going to have guests. We're going to have exciting videos to talk about. And we're very excited that you all come here to join us. I'm here with His Grace Purujit Prabhu, who I'm very happy to reintroduce for those who have already been on our previous podcast that we stopped 2 years ago due to a very bustling temple schedule. We were not able to film for 2 years, but now more devotees have joined, so we can slack off. Do this podcast. Hare Krishna, Your Grace. How are you
Hare
doing?
Krishna. I'm very good, thank you. And I'm very happy to be with you today here doing the Bliss podcast. It's the Bliss podcast. Bliss as the Bhaktivedanta Lives in Sound Society podcast, the official podcast of the Bliss Society. It is. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's a very blissful statement you've made.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Let's get this moving.
So,
Let's party.
Yes.
Haribol.
We're going to be doing today. Well, it's going to be a feature of all the Bliss podcasts that we're going to be reviewing some videos, I think. Okay, this is kind of like some.
Yeah, it's very special. Huh?
We did that before, actually.
Oh, right, yeah. The Hungarian crazy beer drinker.
But that was the only one on video, with our faces there. But we did many video reviews, but never we had like this kind of setup before. Now we have a real microphone also. And hopefully they can see us back there on the third camera. There's cameras in front of our face.
Previously, the podcast was blind friendly. Now it is blind unfriendly.
You can also let us know some feedback if you have some criticism, constructive criticism, even envious remarks. You could also make those in the comment section down below. I'd be glad to hear.
Bring them on.
I want to hear your envious remarks.
Keep them on our face, please.
Here's my face, nice target.
With love.
Well, we have many things to announce also, but very quickly, we have a website, we have an Instagram, we have a Facebook, we have a Bliss Store shop.
And Maitreya got invited for lunch in ISKCON, so...
Oh, yeah, I did, but unfortunately it didn't work out. So, but we're going to go after Christmas. We're now filming this on the 21st of December, 2023. And Christmas is in 4 days. We're going to watch Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Hallelujah. I'm sorry.
Almost turned into a Christian, that.
Hallelujah. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so...
One time I was chanting in Montreal. And there was this lady. I think I was with my godmother. And old lady, Christian lady, very nice Italian lady, and she would do Hallelujah, Hallelujah. We were chanting Hare Krishna, actually, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Hare Krishna, Hallelujah.
Oh, she converted.
That she was appreciative.
Okay, while you're talking, I did an audio test live.
No, okay.
Yeah.
You're very high-tech, digital AI. Digital master guru, digiguru. Maitreya is a digiguru.
You get all people there.
Didgeridoo guru. Yeah, no, digital professional. Now the monks are too. Now all the digital technology.
I look like I know what I'm doing, but I have no idea.
Previously they would be in a forest, right, monkeying around. Now they're surrounded by the forest of technology.
What's the word for technology in Sanskrit? I don't think there is such a word, unfortunately.
Yantra.
Yantravani. Yantravana.
Yantra. Yantra Sindhu. Oh. The ocean of machines.
Wow.
Yantra Sindhu.
That was pretty advanced.
Your name is Yantra Sindhudas.
Oh. Okay, so today we're going to be doing immediately controversy. We don't care. We have Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, sitting in our bead bag.
If you're a peaceful, loving, nice devotee, please turn off the video immediately. Because you're going to get very disturbed by what we're going to say now.
Yeah, this is a viewer discretion is advised. Sometimes they put that warning, but not for the faint of heart.
Yeah. Not for the Radhanath Swami followers. Definitely not.
So, we're here. We're going to watch today. Oh, Hare Krishna. So now I have to okay, now I'm really playing around with technology now. I'm meant to be a monk, so forgive me for not knowing. But now I have to start using the screen recorder. And hopefully it's going to work. Okay, so to set it up.
I have one motto that I use in my life.
Yeah?
It's called Nike.
Nike.
Just do it.
I like that. I have to like that because I have no option now.
Otherwise you get punished. No prasadam for 10 weeks.
Okay, recording. Yeah. Okay, so now we're ready.
Great. Let's watch.
A bit impromptu. We're going to watch a video today. The name of the video is Abortion Murder?
Is it a murder?
It's a fair question to ask since it's going on all the time.
Murder. I wonder.
While it's going on.
I wonder what it is, actually, if it's not a murder.
And the video is done by Middle Ground. It's an appropriate name.
What is it? If it's not a murder, I wonder, is it like a shaking hands, or what is it?
Little pastime.
Sport, maybe?
Yeah, well, for the baby, it's usually there's not much else to be said except murder, but maybe for the mother, there's different angles of vision that can be had.
Yeah, I mean, it's a heavy topic.
Very heavy.
And someone will object, why are you making fun of this heavy topic? But we must make fun of this topic because people are ridiculous. People are ridiculous.
To put it lightly.
Yeah.
Well,
we're broadcasting our so-called opinions to a large variety, maybe how many millions of people?
Like 100 people.
And they probably turn it off already. Yeah, we're not going to censor our opinions. We're going to talk from heart. We're not going to explain ourselves.
Freedom!
Yeah.
That's what people... Actually, that's, it's very great contradiction.
Unapologetic approach. Prabhupada approach.
Yeah, saying the truth. Even Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, a great acharya, there's another quote also, where he says in, I think it's a lecture, and he says that one must always deliver the truth, regardless whether or not the truth is very palatable or whether or not he risks even his life for the truth. He must always speak the truth. That's the duty of a knower of the truth. Must always. I'm not saying we know the truth. Okay, let me just put a little disclaimer.
Get ready to get killed.
But yeah, it's a great contradiction actually, because people who are for the freedoms, for example, of abortion or different things, generally they become offended if people voice an opinion which is ever so slightly different to theirs. But that itself is a restriction of freedom also. So the people, let's say that we say something that's maybe not totally in line with people who agree with pro-abortionists, let's say. Those same people do not allow the freedom of free speech also to express opinion, which is what you were just saying.
Really?
Well, they usually have a problem with you being able to express these opinions. They go to colleges.
Maitreya, are you a pro-abortionist or are you pro-lifer?
Well, let's watch the video and let's see what kind of opinions are stated on both sides. Let's be completely unbiased.
Let's be unbiased.
Otherwise, it's not a fair discussion.
Abortion is a sport, maybe. Like, it's not a murder. It's
okay.
a meeting.
It's ready. It has a nice bag.
Maybe art, a form of art.
There's art here on the screen also. There's a bag that says empathy.
Ah.
It's kind of
selling that when you want they make an abortion, they give you this one. That's a free gift.
Got it. What's the word when they give it to you there's a particular word when they give you something, you've gone to some event and maybe you didn't win. So they give you a free gift. It's like a consolidation or something. I can't remember the word.
A loser gift.
It's empathy. A little rub in the soul.
They put the dead baby into their back.
Oh my goodness. But now I think we may get demonetized.
The snare.
Let's begin.
We had those sound effects.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah.
Remember? We should get a soundboard. Do you get them?
Yeah.
Next time.
There's so many things we can improve.
Yeah. Maybe someone's gonna kill us. We're not gonna even make it to the next podcast. Someone's gonna kill us. We're gonna be so extreme.
Let me know in the comment section if you have any feedback, or if you'd like to kill us. We can provide you address.
If you're feeling triggered by now, please put that triggered energy into the comments.
Let's get it moving.
I'm gonna argue with you after in the comments. We also write every single comment. We respond. Yes.
I feel very uncomfortable because there's a kind of this sofa.
Slouchy.
It's not a sofa. It's a loafer. So I have to be over here. You can't see, right?
You're not out of frame.
Hopefully not.
Let's get moving. What are we doing here? Talking nonsense.
So they have a Black Friday sale. Hopefully not for abortions.
We're gonna watch the whole thing then.
I don't think so. Let's play it by ear, as they say. Content warning. This video contains discussion of or reference to sexual assault.
Goal here that abortion be illegal and it be criminalized and removed as a resource forever from this country? Is that the
illegal and unthinkable?
Illegal and unthinkable,
Yes.
So it is criminalized and stigmatized.
Some strong opinions being thrown out for the very beginning.
My brain. It's getting complete.
If you agree, step forward. If you disagree, stay put. Nobody likes abortions.
I don't think anyone likes it. I think they use it and they might.
So maybe you can explain what is going on.
Yeah, this is a show, apparently, where different groups of people come. Well, different people come who hold similar views on opposing sides of controversial arguments.
Similar views.
Well, there's 4 people in one group or a similar view on one side, and then 4 people in another group.
Okay.
And then they're going to discuss, hopefully in a civilized way, and today's topic is abortion.
Okay.
I got chastised by Krishna immediately.
I use it incorrectly from my perspective. But I don't think anyone likes an abortion. Like, they're not like jumping for joy for it.
Kamsa from the Krishna Lila, he liked abortion.
Mm-hmm.
I found a contradiction. According to Shastra, this man is defective in his understanding. Kamsa,
You're a real devotee. You see everything through the Krishna conscious lens. Even, yeah.
yeah, but Kamsa, there are such people.
Kamsa conscious lens.
There are people who enjoy abortion.
Yep, the doctors.
Yeah, they're getting paid for it.
They're getting paid for it.
If there was no abortion, they'd be out of a job. They would be aborted themselves.
Yeah.
So people do like abortion, actually. Very horrible. In the material world, people don't have so much consideration, for this. Like, if you're an atheist, you can have it's just a lump of matter. So you just kill it. It gives me money, jai.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I'm gonna be down we're gonna create the same environment. You on this side, I'm on the opposite. Immediately we apply. We see a video, we imitate it. You just birth.
Yeah.
We're gonna imitate the video in our environment. We're so influenced by YouTube, where you have no restraint.
This wall is very low.
Basically, this is not a podcast studio. This is a torture chamber. So I'm going to say the opposing. I'm going to say, no, nobody likes abortion because it's against nature, right? People have sex, and sex is meant for this reason. That something happens, chemicals, they come together, right? Well, came from chemicals. Yeah, materially speaking, yeah, it's chemicals, just chemicals. The body is created by chemicals. Who's that chemical? We know it's the spirit soul, but externally the chemicals mixing together, the woman's body, then the thing comes out and grows. And then they realize, oh, this is a problem, responsibility, let me, just do abortion.
Just like a consequence, an unfortunate consequence.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I didn't want this. It's like, yeah, you order something in a restaurant and then it comes with something you don't like.
So extra salt.
Like a vegetarian, right? He goes to a restaurant, like, I want a risotto or like pizza or something, and it comes with the meat, so you have to take out the meat and throw it in the garbage. So in the same way, they like the good, the sex life, and then they throw away the flesh. And I'm already getting sick from this topic. Thank God, these people are
It's pretty heavy.
so demonic.
It's a little difficult to argue pro-abortion, I have to say. I mean, I'm interested to see what arguments they present for justifying it. I also think it's difficult to say as blanket statement, even from the point of view that you're coming from, that you can say that nobody likes abortions, because you didn't really cover in your counter argument that there are some people who make money from it. And if they're atheistic, there's really no reason for them not to like it.
Well, there are people who work for money. They have some horrible job. Pretty much everyone is working for money on a job they don't like.
Well, you can do many things. There's many. You can be a pizza delivery person that's also delivering meat, so you're not karmically free. But I mean, you could be. You could just go to school and study so many.
One question:
things.
what is the difference between a butcher and an abortionist doctor?
The butcher, he can eat that meat.
Can eat it.
Yeah, well, yeah, he can take it home and eat it, burger.
The doctor cannot. It's strictly forbidden.
It's quite cannibalism is generally considered an illegal practice in most civilized countries, unfortunately.
But there's not hiband, they say.
Okay, that's a good loophole.
Let's watch.
You can suggest to the doctors. Good side business for them.
I think it is a very physically taxing process. To go through, and I don't think anyone would want to intentionally have an abortion. I think those who get an abortion, most of the time, it's because they need to.
I like this man's attitude. He's very smug. He's very happy. He's very confident about his views on abortion. I'm curious to know this man's mind, why he's so joyful.
I think it is a very physically taxing process. To go through, and I don't.
They're using the captions app. We also use this.
Under the fire and under the water.
Should we comment on this?
This is change of topic. Podcast is dynamic. Okay, now I messed up everything.
I don't think any YouTuber has the ads and commenting on the ads.
Disagree or step forward?
I think if you asked me this question maybe several years ago, I would have said nobody likes abortion. But I think in today's climate, it is much more celebrated. As a pro-life person, I've had people tell me that they will dedicate their next abortion to me. Instead of helping women, they will have an abortion.
I've heard very similar responses to you. Things like, I'll donate to Planned Parenthood in your name. And there's other pages like Shout Your Abortion that openly celebrates abortion rights.
Yeah, I celebrate abortion, and I think that campaigns like Shout Your Abortion aren't about like getting in your face, but women who choose to have abortions suffer a lot of stigma and trauma from people who stand outside clinics and have grotesque images and literally, damning your soul. Abortion as a medical procedure.
I think if I can just see, because you were asking before that it's difficult to argue, if I can see from their perspective just for a second, I got a little window into the struggle maybe of these women, is that there's an unfortunate consequence of the society, the way the society is arranged, because of a lack of Krishna consciousness, that the men don't have anything to do you know, that there are boys in our Bliss
And
temple.
impregnate and they go.
Yeah, they're just walking around, you know, with the genital going around everywhere and just impregnating because they don't have any japa to chant. They can't chant Krishna's holy names.
Give them japa.
But they will not take. So, but because of a lack of
Done.
teaching of Krishna consciousness, they go and impregnate women.
Yeah.
And then the women, they have children. And then because the man leaves, then the woman is left to beg from the government, and there's no support for that. And so therefore the woman, you know, they're basically condemned by the infrastructure of society to suffer because of the child.
Right.
And therefore they feel this obligation to get the abortion. So from that point of view, yeah,
It's all messed up. It's all messed up. Everybody, like, they problem within a problem. Yeah.
problem cake.
Problem cake, yeah. The first thing is that the divorce should be abolished.
Okay, that's in
This is the root problem. Prabhupada talks about divorce. Why are you getting divorced? This is not serious. I always said, love, love, love. I love you. If you love, then why are you keeping the divorce law there, just in case?
Can you just, because that's my spike,
Yeah?
and you see it's quite large.
Okay.
Can you just also speak at your normal volume?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
How you're talking through the podcast.
Oh, Hare
'Cause
Krishna.
you're also a little further away.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Oh, there's not very much spike. I think you have to speak a little louder.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, but what about they're doing boyfriend and girlfriend? That's usually how the abortion... Because I don't think many people even get married today. I don't think marriage... Maybe if I could look up the statistics, how many people actually...
How many people know what the abortion is compared to how many people know what the marriage is? Probably higher.
All right, that would be a very interesting statistic if we could take. Rate of marriage, Rate of marriage. Well, I want to say globally because maybe in some of the Eastern...
Yeah, while you're searching, I want to say that the divorce law should be abolished
Yeah.
in a perfect society. Of course, nobody wants to do that because nobody is serious about relationships. Nobody wants any commitment. And it all starts with this experimental method of acquiring knowledge as opposed to parampara. Experiment, research.
Like I'm doing now.
Yeah.
In 2021, 66% almost of women said
Where?
that they were never married in the UK.
They were never married?
They were never married.
They were never.
That says were never married.
Uh-huh. 66%
Yeah.
of women?
Oh, Krishna.
Or see, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Because there's so many women unmarried. That's why there are abortions. Okay, if they're married, then they're high. Yeah, that's like, let's go a little bit further than just, fight. Like these people who stand there before the abortion clinics. Do you think it solves anything? I don't think so. Actually, Prabhupada says that we have nothing to do with this. And we should not take part in this anti-abortion, pro-life protests. Because some devotees that went there, there's a letter like that. Because it just doesn't solve the root problem.
It's just agitating them, actually.
Yeah, it creates more difficulty. And then these fools, they have this, what is an Instagram, propagate your abortion or celebrate your abortion. I dedicate my abortion to you. This is really crazy.
It's actually promoting abortion. When you go and protest, it's not a protest, it's a promote. Because you're agitating the woman who's getting the abortion and she's feeling, the reaction as this woman had is that she actually wants to become more proud of her abortion because it's like a counteraction to your hate or whatever.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Indeed. Okay, so now I think this guy is a Christian pastor.
Okay.
The only religious person here.
It's a human right. And
It's a human right. You know what else is a human right? The right to live.
This lady is seriously, under some serious,
Duress.
some delusion.
Yeah.
My name is Rocky. I use she, her pronouns. I'm from Austin, Texas, and I am very pro-abortion.
Very pro-abortion.
Legislation like SB 8 opens the door and the path towards handing over our bodily autonomy to the state. I don't understand how anyone can justify using their
Bodily autonomy to the state. Well, what about the food? You don't have any independence. You have to go to supermarket and eat whatever put you in your body, whatever the government approves.
You have a little freedom. You can go to Tesco, you can go to Asda, you can go to Sainsbury, you can go to...
Really, we live in a community, we live in a society, we're interdependent, water, you have to depend on people to drink water, to shower, right? The tubes then go into your house that's provided by someone. You don't have any autonomy even over your water that comes into your apartment. So what is that bodily autonomy? It's like you can do whatever you want with your body.
They want as much freedom as possible. Maybe there are not things that we can have. We can't choose our groceries, we can't choose our water supply, but we can choose what happens to our bodies.
So why are you then having sex?
Well, because sex is a natural we can have. We should be able to have sex. It's a pleasure. It's a right. You want to take that away from us?
Yes.
You Hare Krishnas are fanatics.
Okay. What else he says?
Can I lightly suggest to move the camera?
Yeah.
I think I'm better suited here. Because my face is all the time. People are just seeing inside my ear, and they can see that I have a brain through my ear.
Okay, yeah.
So I prefer just with the camera. I think with you it's good. Your camera is good. I just have a little insecurity. Now hopefully it's not affecting the cinematic mode. It should be okay. It's good?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm not blurry?
No.
Is the background blurry behind me?
No. Yeah.
Oh.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, somehow or other. Okay, so Rocky.
personal belief to take away the rights of others.
My name's Abby.
I didn't catch that.
Jesus is taking the rights of others. My right to kill my baby. He doesn't understand. It's
a living entity.
Yeah. So it's like as soon as that is clarified, we know from Prabhupada life begins with the living symptoms of life. Growth, birth, growth, creating byproduct, sustenance, dwindling, death. The 6 symptoms of consciousness in the body. So because the baby is growing in the womb, that means that the soul is already there. The soul or the active living principle, consciousness, whatever you want to call it, was already there. So as soon as that is clarified, you should read Prabhupada's books. Then all her arguments are pretty much useless. They don't actually explain where life begins, at which point life begins. They're just like guessing. No, it's like a dogma. No, it's not like living. It's just a piece of flesh, and they're like pushing this as though it was like already understood.
Right.
That it's just some tumor, some matter. There's no life. Kill it. It's okay. They just like assume. Why? I'm missing the argument there. Some logic. You're like, I have a right to kill someone and take his money. It's my right. I have a right to enjoy.
Because the money belongs to me.
Yeah, so there's some kind of a law like that. You have a right to happiness.
Yeah. This American Constitution.
Yeah, so my happiness is to kill you and take your money and rape your wife or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's my right. Now if I say it's my right, what about the right of the person who's killed?
Well, the amendment within the Constitution is that as long as your happiness does not impede the happiness of others.
Yeah, well, when we chant Hare Krishna in the streets, that certainly impedes so many people's happiness. Where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line?
Everything impedes someone else. If you want to go to a restaurant and enjoy with your girlfriends, the other person has to serve. There has to be a waitress. She serves you, so her enjoyment is impeded. The animal on your plate, his enjoyment is impeded because you have to kill him to eat. The people who are watching you enjoy with their girlfriend who are lonely, their enjoyment is impeded because they become envious.
Yeah.
So the material world is like that. It's full of relativities, and everyone has to, it's limited. So to enjoy, you have to take from someone else's.
Without God, you have no values. Your whole value system breaks apart.
Right.
It's like Nietzsche, he was writing beyond. No. It was some book he wrote. It was Beyond Evil, Good and Evil. That was one book by Nietzsche. And he basically deconstructed the value system of the society. And then he said, okay, and now let's make new. We're going to create a new system. And then he went crazy.
Oh, that's kind of a shame.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Didn't get Prabhupada's books, but... yeah, without God, without some scriptures, some morality that is beyond our relative point of view, so the society breaks apart because everyone is going to, relativize. Relativize.
Yeah, I think you understood.
Relativize everything.
It would be a good thing, I think, for people to figure out, as you said, what actually is the soul, or when does life begin, before
discussing abortion.
Abortion, because then, okay, let's be completely neutral. Let's not even go into any logical arguments whether there's a soul or whether there's a God or whatever. But, you do risk putting someone else's life and killing someone. It might be matter. I'd say the possibility is there. It might be, but it also might be a soul.
Yeah.
So you might be just killing someone, and because you didn't do the research, because you haven't researched like Vedas or even inquired about these things, that's just whimsical.
You're not entitled to decide.
Right.
To discuss.
Yeah,
you have no knowledge.
Yeah.
You don't know. You're just guessing. Yeah. So Prabhupada always brings it to this point, you are not this body, there's a soul. Always, let's not discuss all these big, complicated topics. Let's come to the basis. What is life? Where does life begin? Yeah. And let's have this sort of discussion. Okay.
Anyone can justify using their personal beliefs to take away the rights of others.
My name's Abby. I'm from Orlando, Florida, and I'm an abolitionist of human abortion. We have to ask the question of what makes humans valuable. So because my worldview as a Christian...
But not just humans. Why not animals also?
That is the flaw with the so-called Christians.
Yeah, it's going there. It's noble. It's almost fully noble that she wants to protect life.
Just at the end, a little trip.
Yeah.
Trip over.
It's going to Vaikuntha and then a little... it's, yeah. Why
in the stool.
You protect the baby. Nice. Okay. Why you protect the baby? Because it's alive.
You protect the baby, and then you kill a cow.
But why? Why are you protecting the baby? Because it's life, right? That's the whole topic.
Again, the same problem. They don't know what is the soul. They don't know what are the symptoms of the soul in the body. All this is presented in Prabhupada's books.
Right.
Get the books.
I think.
Yeah.
I think a big problem is that people just want to do things for their sense gratification.
I feel it is a real babunika here.
Yes, babunishka number one. There's a kind of a weird phenomenon in the material world that people have not figured out how to design seats.
Yeah, and seats are not meant for a human being. It's meant for a retard who wants to destroy his posture.
But who has a posture like this? Like when someone's designing it, does he not think of his own posture when he designs the seat? Who sits like this? On a plane is the worst.
Let's continue.
Sorry, a little ventilation of frustration.
Gives me a foundation for human worth, and because I believe scientifically fetuses are human beings from the moment of conception, I am against...
I believe scientifically is that.
You can't believe scientifically because the two are, they're
diametrically opposed to each other. I believe scientifically. The Christians are kind of like cute. Like they
try
simply dogmatic beliefs, and then they a little sprinkle it with the scientific terminology.
Yeah, there's some jargon there to trick people, but unfortunately atheistic people have learned how to see through it.
Biological fathers should have an equal say in abortions.
They should kill together. couple, just like they go to cinema together, theater, see a movie, they go to restaurants. So they kill their one child together also.
It wouldn't look so good in operation in a montage. You know, they have those romantic montages. It's like, dun, 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 and they go through a field, holding hands, and then they're in an abortion clinic. It isn't really the mood. But I wonder why. Why is it not the
real Steven Spielberg?
Thank you. Oh, I pressed mute.
Already someone a sign.
No one from the other group joined for this one.
Oh,
so that means none of them even want to talk. Wait, does that mean they don't agree, or they don't even want to discuss? So confusing.
If it is life to put a kid up for adoption, both parents have to agree.
I agree. I have talked to lots of women who've had abortions.
Yeah, because it's the responsibility of the man. Also, the man also has the living entity in it is not like he puts equal decision-making responsibility into like them, and the woman is, you should just leave the woman complete independence also, and both of them are equally implicated in the karma, at least in the karma. So the man should have a say whether or not he wants to, build up his karmic record like that. But also they don't have any knowledge of karma, so
it's wet stool or dry stool.
Right, unless you understand
they kill the baby. There's the use of discussing this.
Right.
Together. Or
right. I understand the fight, yeah. Yeah. It's killing this way or that way.
Yeah, would you like to use this weapon to kill the child, or this?
Would you like to
better?
Would you like to die slowly or very quickly?
And I've talked to lots of men who are hurting. They're completely heartbroken. They would have raised the baby. They wanted to raise the baby. They begged for the life of the baby. And they obviously created the baby together, but only one of them gets to decide if their child gets to live or die.
I would like to say, from more of an honestly feminist perspective, men have responsibility as the other parent of that child. Ironically enough, a lot of the times when pro-choice people put the focus completely on the woman, they strip the man of all his parental rights and responsibilities. And I think that's why actually a lot of men who are pro-choice because they don't want to have those fatherly responsibilities that they will have once the child is born.
Ah, very good. Huh? See that... bang the nail on the head.
Okay, so they're pushing the pro-choice just so they can have sex life freely.
Yeah, it's very convenient. And women, just like Prabhupada says, women, they're less intelligent because they're cheated by men.
Right.
Who teach them that, you're independent to kill your own child.
Right. If the woman have a problem
in it, you have free choice to kill your own child. It's like these advertisements, right? You are free to choose Pepsi or Coca-Cola. Wow, great. In both cases, the company wins. Get your money.
Right. Yeah, if people have a problem, sometimes they have a problem with this idea that we say that women are less intelligent. It's like a great controversy of Hare Krishna philosophy. But actually, this is a proof. If they're getting cheated regularly...
getting demonetized.
This is...
the first podcast.
If she becomes a devotee, that's a different thing.
10 years. And just by your silly remark, everything's destroyed. Thank you very much, Maitreya. Okay, let's continue.
You left us, man. I want to know why.
There's a struggle.
Yeah.
I'm mad conflicted about this because I strongly feel like a man should not have control over what a woman does with her body. I more so have an issue with when a man doesn't actually want that baby. She wants it and then expects this man to like be the ultimate provider. And
they're saying he's the rascal that she was talking about.
He says that when a man doesn't want a baby, but the woman wants a baby, then he is greatly the great injustice. Huh? So why are you putting the genital in her body? You nonsense.
So nonsense.
See, people they take the illicit sex life as it's like a reality for them. It's like a necessity. They have divorced the children and sex.
They divorced the children.
They divorced the children from sex.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like divorced one from the other. So he can speak such nonsense, even this man.
Yeah, for them, sex is like the main thing, and children is just like some weird, unfortunate mishap of nature. The
mistake.
Yeah, it's like a God just like screwed up. They put children there. Actually, we should just be allowed to enjoy sex without children, and that's why these people have this nonsense idea. Very unfortunate, but he should not be allowed. People like men like this should not be allowed even to have an opinion if they want to go and just have girlfriends and impregnate them. Actually, they shouldn't have a say at all. I mean, then there shouldn't be any discussion about abortions in the first place, but certainly not from a rascal.
Can you put
more control?
What he says?
Care and all this extra stuff, right? But in the case of if the man wanted it, the baby, and the woman didn't want it, he has no say so. I think that's a fucked up dynamic. So that's why I was going back and forth.
Well, you should have stayed then. It sounds like you're for men having more rights.
I just can't force a woman to be like, no, you have to do this, because I think it's fucked up. It's her body.
But it's also a child's life in there. It's not just her body; it's a child's
And
life.
it's also your son or daughter. I think truly, in my eyes, it's like it's.
He became a little troubled. The man became a little troubled with the idea. There's a life. It's like, yeah, I don't want to think about that one so much that there might be a life.
That is a very interesting topic.
Yeah, kind of interesting how people, they circumnavigate these topics about like the soul or whether the life. It's more about themselves. Say, it's not good for me. It affects me. What about the baby? Like that's another soul. That's like abortion is about.
Yeah, we know that, but they don't know that.
Yeah,
they think it's just piece of matter.
And that should be the discussion.
I get to do what I want with it, and I don't think anyone, including the other person who's involved, should have a say whether I want to keep it or whether I want to get an abortion.
What about the baby himself?
Pure dogma. She just said, do it without reasoning, nothing. I have to kill my baby.
Imagine if...
I love to kill, it's like, even though it's not so pleasurable, I just do it. And why so eager to kill the baby?
You have too much enthusiasm for
because the previous issue said that it's not easy for anyone to have the abortion.
Contradiction.
But now it's like, yeah, I don't care, and I don't listen to men, no one. Anyway, maybe I'm biased. Yeah,
it's possible. And imagine if murderers were allowed to speak like this. It's like, yeah, I just do it. Yeah, I just kill because, well, I like, I get some spare time, I'm bored, so I do it. No one's right to tell me I can't murder. But actually, it's the same thing. It's just a matter of whether it's inside your body or not inside your body.
Yeah.
Well, why are you making such a distinction?
Yeah. Can you play?
My name is Asher, currently reside in Las Vegas, and I'm for pro-abortion. I used to be against abortion until an unwanted pregnancy happened to me. If you know for a fact that you're not even going to be the best parent for that child, or you can't provide for that child.
So why are you putting your genital there if you can't? That idea should have already been contemplated by you before you had the sex life. People, and it's not even about the soul.
You know what? They're just gonna say that. Well, then I couldn't have sex, and because everybody is addicted to sex, everybody's gonna say, okay, you have a point. That's why it's tolerated, this opinion. Like you said, you should not have an opinion, but it's tolerated because everybody likes sex for pleasure. So if he says, yeah, but then I can't have, are you saying I can't have sex? Who are you to tell me you have sex and I can't have sex?
That's tricky, yeah. But at the same time, it's somewhat psychotic to say, just to fulfill my pleasure, I'm willing to kill. However, because they're eating meat, therefore it has become also more accept the idea philosophically to kill a child is also approved, because if you're willing to kill an animal for your pleasure, then killing a child also for pleasure is also, I mean, it will eventually,
the animal and the child cannot protest. There's some similarities,
but the trajectory would be that where the animal also somewhat protests, I saw videos, the animal was like running away from the slaughterhouse or whatever. So but the trajectory of this mentality, of this philosophy, is that you can just kill people if they inconvenience you also.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't like the way you're looking at me right now, so I'm just going to kill you.
Yeah, I can't bear to look at you. It's like I can't behave with you. I'm afraid I'm going to interact with you. I'm just going to kill you.
Yeah.
Because I can't give you a good experience of meeting me, I don't know how to kill it.
That's compassion.
So I kill you.
You're very kind.
I want to take care of you, but I'm incapable. I'm honest.
Thank you.
I don't know how to behave. You looks kind of strange with that ponytail. So I just kill you.
I'm especially worried about these.
And everybody should kill. If he doesn't know how to interact with some person, you should just kill him, and then it's gonna solve all the problems.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm worried about the state of Hare Krishnas, especially because we're probably the most least liked group of people. If people get to know us more. Initially,
one day pass the law that abortion can be done on anyone, we're gonna be abortions. Especially you and me.
Yeah.
So you can.
It's fearful and don't want to pop a child out of you, or just whatever reason that you have. I feel like you shouldn't have to go through with that. You still have that choice over your life, your body.
I have had an abortion.
A few months ago, I found out that I was pregnant. When I imagined myself finding out I was pregnant for the first time, I wanted it to be celebrated. And in that moment, I felt such severe anxiety. And having that, I felt like the entire time I was just in a lot of emotional pain, grief.
He's come.
Because he had an abortion with his daughter.
Okay, I was thinking of biologically impossible situation trends.
Debating about myself, about how I would be looked at or how I would view myself after getting the procedure done.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm nervous. So I'm gonna be real careful with my words. Clearly, as a man, I can't have an abortion. But my girlfriend, we've had 2 abortions. She didn't really want.
After the first time, okay, 1 time you messed up, but 2 times, that's, yeah. A Yamaraj is, I don't know how he's gonna feel about the second time.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hallelujah. Whatever gets you through the night.
Somehow or other, chant Hare Krishna in some way or other. Hallelujah, maybe.
I didn't really want to have a baby, and I know for me, I don't want to be seen as that deadbeat father person, but I knew I wasn't really trying to sacrifice my own dreams or what I was trying to accomplish to be a
dad and dreams. I don't think people are educated even in like basic things about existence itself, like values. People just don't have values. It's like, if I don't, it's not even about like dreams. It's like what he feels in a particular moment. Mm-hmm. And there's no like philosophy of life that people have. They're just simply based on how they feel. Like she said, I felt an anxiety at the moment I was announced. Then I had to kill it. And he was like, I didn't feel like it at the time, so I had to kill it. Just like feelings. Yeah. I mean, that's really chaos. If it's just based on feelings, then
it's like animals.
There's an animal society.
Yeah. And the ignorance of the soul does not help. I think that's the major flaw.
Right. That's the root cause.
Yeah. You're ignorant.
Yeah, because in Vedic society, because even people who are just sense enjoyers, they have some basis for understanding, okay, there's a soul, there's responsibility, there's karma.
Yeah, the kamsa.
Yeah, even these great demons.
Yeah, Atma Tattva.
Yeah.
They know.
They know because they want to elevate themselves to heavenly planets, but at least even they have some values. Like even Kamsa, he would undergo like some religious principles, he would observe some religious principles or
some prayachita or something.
Yeah. And he had some philosophy of life. I mean, he broke it because of a weakness, some demonic mentality. But these people don't. They're just completely going whatever they feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, the men have no brahmacharya training. They have no discipline, no teaching, no role model, no control of the senses. So, in one sense, it's actually understandable, because the woman also, they wear, like this woman, she's wearing very provocative clothing. So, the man have no sense control training. So, they just go around society, the woman is like a brothel outside. And then what do you expect? Of course, the man is going to go crazy. And then you have this chaos. I mean, both of them are implicated, and both of them are ultimately responsible because they chose to be here or whatever. But in one sense, it's understandable.
Yeah, that's what I said in the beginning, that everything is messed up.
Right.
You can't fix the abortion. If you want to fix the abortion, fix the divorce, fix the protection of women, fix the brahmachari men, and so many things need to be fixed. That's why the best is to start with chanting Hare Krishna, because you can't do anything without chanting. And high tastes, like divert the attention from the Kali Yuga thoughts and ideas. Because really these are just sick ideas.
At that point.
I think that's definitely like one of the biggest things to consider, because I wasn't in any kind of position to be a mother, you know? So it's like, I want to get my shit together before I can have a baby and give it a life that it deserves.
But that's not a very good excuse, because you could have gotten it together before you had the sex life. But again, this goes back to the point you were saying. I have a question. How long are we going to keep this talk going on for?
I don't know.
Because we've been going on now almost 1 hour.
Really?
Yes. It flies. When you're talking about abortion, time just flies out the window. So I don't know about you. It's got a lot longer to go.
We don't have to watch the whole thing.
No.
Yeah. So we can abort at this point.
I think the podcast. Yeah, I think the point is made kind of clear. People should study, as you were saying, people should study the Atma Tattva, if I'm correct in understanding. Because that's a big.
How the body grows, you know. Is anything material growing? Show me anything material growing that doesn't have life in it. Even grass has life. Even the grass has spirit, soul in it. That's why it grows. That's our philosophy, Krishna conscious philosophy. You can't make anything in a laboratory artificially that would grow.
Right.
And now they do this growing cells. Yeah, the meat that they're already taking from a living thing and they manipulating.
Who's taking? Is that?
Yeah, take like a stone, you know, and mix it with something and make something different that grows. You can't do that.
Yeah.
It's growing because there's a spirit soul. That's the reason the body is growing. Our body also you can observe in your own body. Because the body is growing. Why? Because you are inside of that body.
Yeah.
You're the soul. So, you know, they should just have a discussion on the how to understand life. What is life? What distinguishes a dead body from a living body? Because that's the whole issue, right? If you want to understand what is murder, what is illegal, what is against the law, you must know what is life and what is not life. Otherwise, you can argue and create injustice in the name of law and kill innocent babies. Yeah. So, very, very shocking.
I want to actually, we should organize ourselves a middle ground episode. We bring people in and we discuss the soul. What is the soul? That'll be a better.
We discuss our topics.
Yeah. And all these things will be included automatically.
I like the format. It's very
it's a good format. Socratic. I mean, it's good that people at least are discussing this. At least it's not just on a level, the society is not on a level where people just do whatever they like, and if you don't like it, I kill you. At least they have some discussion, and there's a possibility to rectify, and people are making laws to regulate it.
That would happen, this immediate killing, if you and me were in charge. All right, thank you so much. I enjoyed this very much.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, thank you.
And maybe you can put some shout out for our stuff.
Oh yeah, so well, let me give a shout out first of all to all the people who support our
Insanity.
It's very helpful to have support for Insanity because I wouldn't be able to be insane without you. The people who are
Krishna Insanity. Insane about Krishna consciousness.
Christianity doesn't really work. The Patreon people. Thank you very much for being our Patreons. You can also be our Patreon. And we already give quite a lot of stuff. If you're a Patreon, we give like free magazine, monthly magazine, Matchless Gift, a very beautiful magazine you get for free if you support us on Patreon. You get books, ebooks there, and you just get to support what we do. This podcast, everything, we have the lights, the microphone, it's possible because you supported us.
Thank you.
So if you like this kind of content, do please support us through Patreon, or maybe just a one-time donation. And you can also subscribe if this is your first time on the channel. Please subscribe to our YouTube. Put a like on the video. Put the bell notification. I'm getting a call now. Someone's getting a call. Where is this call coming from?
A computer.
Okay, it stopped by the mercy of Krishna. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on...
we have a Bliss Store.
We have a Bliss Store.
We have advanced to the Bliss Store. Lots of items in the Bliss Store. Please check it out. The links is in the comments. Sorry, in the descriptions.
You're making money now. Rich monks.
Matchless Gift, monthly e-magazine. Great, great stuff. Please get it. Come to the classes, live stream, every day on Facebook.
Without fail.
Become a part of this Bliss family, where Krishna conscious devotees following A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada's divine grace.
Ki Jai!
If you feel attraction to Srila Prabhupada or Krishna consciousness, let's hang out together. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And join us next time for the next episodes. And how do I stop this? No? Okay, F1. Yeah. Oh, I wasn't recording, yo.